mom and dad, first off I wanna apologize for the stress. I know growing up I was a pain and I wasn't the best, but y'all continue to love me nonetheless. And I know y'all not together anymore, and sometimes to this day I still feel that to the core. The way y'all would fight sometimes would feel like civil war. I feel at times I'm to blame. My dad was always my superhero, mom could have been his Mary Jane. But as I got older all I heard was yelling, and it started to drive me insane. Dear mom and dad, I love you. Dear mom and dad, I'm so grateful. Dear mom and dad, thank you for loving me despite me being a handful. Mom ain't been the same since dad's got deported. She's always bought me what I wanted even if she couldn't afford it. She wasn't really happy, but because I was a kid I ignored it. For her I always had to be strong. I had to try not to cry in the airport despite knowing my dad was gonna be gone. Who was I gonna watch wrestling with? Who was I gonna play video games with? And I know it wasn't your fault, Dad, but when you left I fucking hated you for it. Dear mom and dad, I love you. Dear mom and dad, I'm so grateful. Dear mom and dad, thank you for loving me despite me being a handful. As an adult, I understand life doesn't always go as we plan. When dad left, he told me I gotta be the man. And even if you can get me a little mad, if another motherfucker tried something, I'd beat his ass. The past hurts, but without it, I wouldn't be who I am. So dear mom and dad, I don't say this enough. I appreciate it and thank you for always doing what you can. Dear mom and dad, I love you. Dear mom and dad, I'm so grateful. Dear mom and dad, thank you for loving me despite me being a handful.